We have a lot of major things happening today. So we have this here. Ripple president Monica Long announces two key Ripple payment expansions. So let's find out what's going on here. This is Ripple president Monica Long has made a major announcement on her official page on the social media platform X. This announcement was related to the new strategic partnership announced by Ripple on Monday. It continues on here. It says, Long reminded the Ripple community about the importance of landing a major new corporate client in Portugal. What's the expansion about? The country's leading currency exchange provider, Unicambio. Now its corporate customers will be able to instantly move funds in cross-border payments via Ripple Payment Network, formerly known as on-demand liquidity. The company's president has confirmed that Portugal has been added. In connection with the first announcement, Long also announced that Unicambio has been added to the Brazil-Portugal payments corridor. Oh, I see. Okay. It's coming together. Joining existing clients, including Travelex Bank and Mercado Bitcoin headquartered in Brazil. Things are moving really, really fast right now. And that's a good thing. For years, everything was moving so slow. So I'm happy to see things moving at a lightning pace, to be quite honest. And there's much more to come. This is still at the beginning. Ripple Payments provides cheaper and faster cross-border payments powered by the XRP token, which means the coin's utility within this line has expanded significantly. Besides, this collaboration has greatly increased XRP's footprint in both Europe and strengthening the Portugal-Brazil payments corridor provided by Ripple. The two countries have deep economic and cultural ties, according to top executive Adriana Geronimo at Unicambio. Over the past 24 hours, the third largest digital currency, XRP. All right, then they go into pricing and all that stuff. We don't need to cover that. Let's move right into this because I was interested to see what this was all about here. Now, this next article is titled, let me scroll down. Receipts Deposit Corporation launches XRP depository. Depository receipt. So now let's find out what's going on with this. Receipts Deposit Corporation, RDC, today announced the launch of the XRP depository receipt. XRP-DR is what they're calling it. XRP-DRs are securities issued by RDC that represent direct ownership of the underlying XRP, which are held securely at Anchorage Digital National Association, a federally chartered digital asset bank regulated by the Office of Comptroller of Currency. Things are getting really, really serious, right? There's all these things coming out one after another. Quote, XRP-DRs represent another step forward in bringing digital assets into the traditional financial ecosystem, unquote, said Ankit Mehta, co-founder and CEO of RDC. Quote, qualifying investors now have the ability to own XRP using the same processes they trust for traditional securities. We are seeing more demand for digital asset DRs and are scaling our business accordingly. So they're letting you know demand is skyrocketing. I wonder why. You think demand is skyrocketing because the price is going to stay low? It's going to stay the same? No. Demand is skyrocketing because prices are predicted to explode across the board. And I think a lot of it has to do with utility. Utility and the big money people know that they can pump it anytime that they want. Once they have control, enough control, so to speak, they're going to pump things to the moon. Utility plus that is I think it's inevitable, but just my humble opinion. It says here, quote, we look forward to utilizing XRP DRs as an effective capital markets tool that bridges digital asset and traditional securities infrastructure, unquote, said Matthew Snyder, CIO of Digital Wealth Partners, quote, DWP, unquote. That's how they wrote it. A pioneering registered investment advisor, RIA, that specializes in digital assets and alternative investments. XRP DRs are RDC's latest expansion to provide depository trust and clearing corporation eligible securities that offer ownership of the digital and alternative assets. RDC's leadership team brings extensive experience in depository receipts and institutional market structure, having spent decades working with issuers and investors to evolve DR-based financial products at leading global banks. This is as demand for digital assets continues to grow, RDC remains committed to bridging the gap between blockchain-based assets and conventional finance, delivering innovative solutions that drive adoption and market maturity. I wonder what else they're doing. Let me scroll back to the top. Just bear with me one moment here. They're doing this with XRP, but I don't recall, maybe I just didn't catch it. I don't recall them talking about what else they've done this for. Are they going to do this perhaps with Solana? Solana is hot. It's very hot. It's very popular with these big money people and companies, etc. I would wonder, maybe something like that happens with Solana, possibly. Maybe it happens with Chainlink. I think those are the next two up to bat. Right now, XRP is super duper hot. I think everybody knows that. As you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and from what I've seen, and maybe it's just my news cycles, Ethereum, while it's going to continue to be a moneymaker, it has cooled off in its popularity, right? XRP has skyrocketed in popularity. Solana has skyrocketed in popularity. Chainlink also is catching up greatly. As you see, apparently, according to all of these pro companies, there's been a massive buying up of Chainlink over the last month and a half, etc. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this plays out. So now, let's go here. Now, this article is titled, "Here's How High XRP Can Rise If Every Bank in Japan started using XRP." We have all these articles that came out recently about SBI's activity, and the possibility of Japan running on XRP has been something that has been speculated upon and talked about for years and years now. So let's find out. I like it when someone else does some of the work. I don't have to do any calculations. We just have to read a little bit. I love that. Hey, I'm all about it. I have enough work to do. I'm telling you right now, I got enough work to do. If someone else does some of the heavy lifting, I'm fine with that. Okay. It says here, while speculations around potential XRP adoption by most banks in Japan remain unconfirmed, such a development could massively impact XRP. I thought so. I said that the other day to watch Japan. I've been saying that for years, ever since Yoshitaka Kitao, SBI, said that individual believed Japan would run on XRP. That was about 2.5 years ago. And I said, since that time, just watch Japan. There's no guarantees. It's just what that individual wants doesn't mean it's going to happen, but maybe it's possible. Who knows? XRP is one of the best. XRPL is the best of the best. Notably, due to its impressive features, several proponents have identified XRP's potential to improve the traditional finance scene. Amid these discussions, speculation about its adoption by Japanese banks has emerged. But how realistic are these expectations? And what would it mean for XRP's price if Japan's banking sector integrated it to a certain extent? If Japan does it, mark my words, others are going to follow. They're not going to be left out. Japan, technologically speaking, is one of the leaders when it comes to technological innovation and adoption. There's only a few countries people look at and say, what are they doing? And they know that those, companies are extremely advanced there, and everyone else wants to follow. Like, oh, they're doing that. Let us do that as well. I think another country that's like that, or at least it was in the past, I'm not sure if it's still like that, but is South Korea, right? They're always in advance. I remember a long time ago in college, we had a lot of people, students coming from South Korea over here to the USA, and they would bring with them some of the most advanced pieces of technology. It was like, whoa, what is going on? Why are we? This was something I heard people say. They used to question, I didn't, but they used to question why we don't have that type of technology in the US, right? And you can look at that even now, it's not just South Korea, Japan, and just other places where some of their phones would blow what we have in the US out of the water. It's just mind blowing what they have. We're still, dibble dabbling with these basic technologies. But hey, let me leave that there. But yes, Japan, if they began using XRP, it's going to be a domino effect. But I think right now, any of the major powers of the world starts using XRP, there will be that same domino effect. I do. It says speculation of widespread adoption, SBI holdings. They go into that. Yoshitaka Katao, we already discussed that. I want to get to the part where they talk about what the price would be. Potential XRP price targets. Here we go, folks. First, if major Japanese banks fully adopt XRP for remittances and settlements, trading volumes would surge. Most of Japan's financial transactions could pass through the XRP ledger, boosting liquidity. According to the chatbot, what chatbot? Oh, see, I skipped some stuff. I don't know what chatbot they're using. Maybe it's ChatGPT or something, I'm assuming. ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini. Probably not Gemini. I haven't seen a lot of people using Gemini lately. It says, according to the chatbot, this could push XRP's price between $20 and $50. Sounds good to me. Sounds really, really good. What do you think about that? Sounds good to you? It says, however, if Japan led the way and other countries followed, I told you, they have influence. It's always been that way. Technologically, everybody has influence in different ways. Japan, if they do something technologically, other countries are going to follow. The US, if they do something militaristically, they come out with a new airplane, a new jet, everybody's trying to beat them. It pushes everyone else to do something better. So then you see China come out with a special airplane. So everybody has their lane of major influence. That makes sense? It says here, however, if Japan led the way and other countries followed, XRP's adoption could expand across Asia and beyond. Increased liquidity demand from multiple banking systems could drive XRP prices into the $50 to $100 range. Do you think that's possible? It's interesting to me. I'm telling you right now, nothing is off the table as far as I'm concerned right now. I'm watching. Meanwhile, ChatGPT, it's ChatGPT they're using, also presented a scenario where XRP could witness a full global adoption in the banking system, with central banks and financial institutions leveraging it for liquidity. Yes, but I don't think it's ever going to be only XRP. There will be a cadre of these different bank coins. They've already been merging together, congealing together, working together. Ripple's working with Hedera. Ripple also, there's some kind of tie that they had with some kind of relationship they have with Chainlink. I can't remember what it was, but that was very recent. Cardano is going to be working with Ripple. As per Hoskinson and Garlinghouse, Lehman Baird of Hedera said that they're going to work with Ripple. Lehman Baird has spoken with Brad Garlinghouse. So there's all this tie-up. They're all going to play their part. And there's more than enough capital to go around once again, okay? So says this, the chatbot believes XRP could match Swift's daily volume. Swift is done. It's done for. After all this tension, you see the tension that's going on right now in the world? You thought we had fragmentation before. The tension, the geopolitical tension that's going on right now between the U.S. and China, the U.S. and Russia, all these different places, no, they're not going to be using Swift. They're not going to be using Swift. And they're all fighting each other economically right now. So fragmentation is only going to become more severe. They're going to need something better than Swift. It says here, the chatbot believes XRP could match Swift's daily volume. If this occurs, predicting a price surge to $100 to $500 plus. You don't have to agree with it. All right. This is not to convince you of anything. I have to say that because so many people, you read these prices and stuff and people take it personally, like you just fought them or something. You just attacked them. And it's simply an article or information to prompt thought. That's all it is. You have to inevitably make up your own mind about what you think is going to happen if you have XRP, right? Some people don't. They just enjoy researching crypto. Yes, I know a lot of people like that. They have zero crypto. They just like researching crypto. But it's up to you. But, you know, we take in these types of information just in case. You know, you never know. It might come in handy later on. All right, so now let's move on here to a little bit of, I believe there's some Bitcoin news coming up. I do. How you all doing out there? You doing well? Good. I'm glad to hear that you are doing well. I hope you have good health. All right. Physically, I hope you have good health mentally. I hope the world is treating you well. All right. Okay. Bitcoin and top altcoins are ripping attention from meme coins. And I spoke about this some months back. I said meme coins are going to have their time, sure. But there's going to come a time where people are going to want that money from the regular The regular cryptos, and here we go. Maybe there's a flip happening now. Everything has its time. Everything has its cycles, and maybe it'll go towards, attention will go towards the regular cryptos for a while, and then it'll go back to meme coins. There's always going to be that cycle. Sentiment Social Tracker shows top layer 1 blockchains are dominating 44% of the discussion on social media, while the top 6 meme coins are at 4%. Whoa, really? I didn't think the change was going to be that dramatic. All right. Holy smokes. Well, that's kind of scary for anybody that's into meme coins. A little bit, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Crypto could be headed into a healthier market cycle as interest in meme coins wanes and attention shifts back to Bitcoin, Ether, and other layer 1 altcoins, according to on-chain analytics platform Sentiment. Sentiment, I want to clap it up for you real quick. You've been doing a great job. You've been on your job, wasting no time. I appreciate you, Sentiment, for sure. Sentiment are the ones who've been covering all of those buys, those whoever that is buying up all the chain link and all the other stuff. All right. It says Sentiment Social Sentiment Tracker shows that the top layer 1 blockchains such as Ether, Solana, Toncoin, Cardano are dominating 44.2% of discussions among specific coins, while the top 6 meme coins are only getting 4% of the discussion on social media. Ooh. And, it's interesting if people are sitting on that capital, because we haven't seen a massive explosion just yet, right? Not for a little while. They're sitting on that meme coin capital. They might put some of that back into the regular cryptos. That could come in handy a little bit later. We'll see. The shift in focus away could signify a, quote, more stable and sustainable market environment, unquote, because Bitcoin and layer 1 networks represent the foundational infrastructure of the crypto space, it said, adding, quote, increased focus on the assets usually reflects a more mature and informed approach by the community, which prioritizes security, innovation, and real-world adoption. Quote, layer 1 blockchain support smart contracts, decentralized applications, and network scalability, key drivers of long-term growth in the industry, unquote, it said. The tracker also found meme coins such as Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Pepe are being talked about, quote, less and less across social media, unquote, with sentiment speculating the drop could be due to recent volatility. The social sentiment tracker trawls through crypto-specific social media channels such as X and Telegram for the top 10 Telegram. Oh my goodness, people, let me tell you something. I've been battling this for a long time and there's no way to stop it. Let me tell you something. Don't fall for these things, okay? I don't have a Telegram. I don't have a WhatsApp. I'm here on YouTube. That's it. I'm here on YouTube, okay? And I got one other channel that I am currently posting on. It's not on YouTube. I'm not going to reach out to you. I'm not going to ask you to contact me. That's never going to happen. I'm not going to, I don't have a new coin for you. That's never going to happen, okay? Be careful out there. They take everybody's pictures. They try to impersonate everyone. I, Alphanim, am not going to be contacting you or asking you to contact me. That is not my way. It's never been my way. That's not going to happen, okay? So be careful of these impersonators out there. All right, so now let's move on here. Oh, okay, some a little bit more Bitcoin news. So this article is titled, I don't know why this article is doing this. You ever do it where it ever happened to you where you go to a brand new article and it starts you at the middle of the page? What is that about? Anyway, this article is titled Bitwise. If governments want Bitcoin, they'll have to buy from individuals willing to sell. Ooh-wee. This could get interesting, folks. Bitwise highlights the ownership dynamic around Bitcoin, showing the dominance of individual investors. With an endless stream of reports of institutional buys from ETFs and corporations like MicroStrategy in recent months, It is hard to blame market participants for increasingly believing that Bitcoin is becoming an institutionally controlled asset. Didn't I say that like 2 years ago? I said that this would occur, You could see it from a mile away. They wanted it. That's why they downed it so much. When someone puts so much negativity, so much attention and energy into placing negativity upon a thing, it actually shows the opposite. It shows that they're interested in it. That is a technique to turn you away from it while they acquire it. So they tell you that the hills over there are bad. They're useless. They're pointless. And they put that into your mind over the years. So then you sell your property, you move. Then these individuals come in, dig up the soil, and take the gold. It's a technique that's been used for a long time. Okay, be careful of that. But it says here, however, this could not be further from the truth, per data recently highlighted by Bitwise. They're about to expose some truth. Bitwise, a $5 billion asset manager, has recently highlighted Bitcoin's ownership dynamic. In an X post on Monday, February the 10th, Bitwise shared an excerpt of its Q4 2024 crypto market report showing that as of December 31st, 2024, individuals were by far the largest holders of BTC. Okay, all right. So regular people still in the driver's seat. All right, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? All right, now. So with 69.4% of the supply compared to only 6.1% by investment funds, 4.4% by businesses, and 1.4% by governments. Ooh, it's going to be so interesting over this next few years watching how that changes. The governments, this is what they claim. We'll see what they actually do. They claim they want in. We will see. We will see. I'd rather have the regular people in control. It says here, quote, if companies and governments want to buy Bitcoin, they'll largely have to buy it from individuals who are willing to sell, unquote. This statement is more impactful considering that only about 5.7% of the supply, or about 1.2 million coins, is left to mine. Wow. The data adds more nuance to Bitcoin's scarcity narrative, especially as demand grows among institutions and nation states. Meanwhile, from the report, Bitcoin ETFs and other investment products have gobbled up 6.1% of total supply. Now holding more than businesses, further, Satoshi holds about 4.6% of the supply, while 7.5% are estimated to be lost. Yeah, that makes me think about that article that they keep writing these articles about an individual in the UK who lost a massive amount of Bitcoin. Someone threw it out. The person had like a roommate or someone they were with, and they threw out. Actually, the owner of the cold wallet, I believe they said they requested it to be thrown out. I don't know what that was about, or they requested some stuff to be thrown out. But anyway, their cold wallet got thrown out. Okay, it's lost in some landfill, which isn't it interesting? There's probably a bunch of people that go to that landfill every day looking for that cold wallet, right? But this owner has also been looking for that cold wallet in this landfill. There's a ton of Bitcoin on that cold wallet. And so anyway, when I see that about Bitcoin being lost, that's the first one that comes to mind. Like, oh my goodness. You know how painful that is to have thrown away a fortune by mistake? That's why I hold certain stuff I hold on to. If I think it's going to have value, listen, you can always take it somewhere and have a company hold it for you until later, just in case it's going to be valuable. That way you don't have it just laying around your house. And yes, I know you can have a safe in your house, but how safe is it to have a safe in your house? That could be a little bit risky, you know what I mean? So, but you can have a professional institution hold your stuff for you just in case it's valuable later, but you definitely don't throw it out. You definitely don't, as we can see here, right? It says here, Warburg Serres Investments managing partner Tom Serres highlighted that the supply dynamic raises questions about how corporate and government treasuries seeking to build reserves will source the assets. Well, at that point, you would have to pay what the people who are willing to sell want you to pay, correct? you would have to make an offer or something. But they're in the driver's seat. They don't have to sell to you. Meanwhile, as Bitwise CEO Hunter Horsley highlighted, Hunter Horsley, good name. I like that name, Hunter Horsley. I'll tell you the truth. It reminds me of, if anybody remembers old WWF or WWE, the person they know today as Triple H or Hunter used to go by the name Hunter Hearst Helmsley. How many people knew that? See, that's a rare fact right there. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's where you get the Triple H name from, right? It says the data shows that the price. I used to hate Triple H when I was. he was not he was a good wrestler, but he was not a good person. His character of wrestler was not a good person. You know what I mean? Anyway, the data shows that the price of Bitcoin is largely in the hands of the individuals who hold it. Unsurprisingly, the data has triggered impassioned calls to hodl, quote unquote, a crypto slang for holding onto one's tokens regardless of the market condition. Listen, I don't know how much they're going to hodl. We've seen it in 2024, multiples of reports of long-time holders selling massive amounts of Bitcoin. So, we'll keep an eye on it. It's going to get very, very interesting. And now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.